Good evening everyone, welcome to what is the next part of our Dawnless Days Gondor campaign. It's been a few nights since the last stream, a few days since the last upload, so I return to you at the turn of the tide on Twitch. Got a bit of a lag there in the stream. So, good evening and welcome. I hope you are well. Thank you as always for the kind comment, Nikos, and for the views that have been racking up on the first 3 episodes. Now set at 5 followers on Twitch, so that's really much appreciated. I believe we're at 278 subscribers on YouTube, which is also fantastic. I am getting a bit of lag on Streamlabs, so I'm hoping that's all going okay. I did have some computer issues this evening, so I'm a little bit concerned if it's not working particularly well, but we will see. Just so I can double check that, let me just start watching the stream myself, make sure there's no issues. Click back. Looks like it's okay. I don't sit and watch one stream, so that's fine. Okay, so in this evening's stream, the plan very much is to start focusing on continue to rebuild Boromir's army, and to continue trying to find these fiefdom specific buildings within settlements, and to start focusing primarily on the civic part of the focus tree. So, with that being said, we are at an end turn, and we will end the turn. Political obstruction doing here. Let's decree. Dwarrodelf has been conquered, so that gives us +2 morale and +1 control in all provinces for the next 4 turns. So I'm imagining it's the Woodland Lothlorien that has taken that. Boromir is now the Warden of the White Tower. 572 coins embezzled by Denethor. Cheeky man. Faramir has also moved up to the Warden of the White Tower. Glasgow is now a councillor, perfect. And an edict issued in Belfast, which is where we were at in the last episode. We have constructed a centre in Lynn here. The beacons of Minas Tirith have been rebuilt. The beacons of Minas Tirith, the beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid. And we've got a Traveller Lodge in Mornemar. Perfect. So just as I familiarise myself with where we're at, we did in the last stream recruit Hador as a noble, so he can come to Belfast and start making making us a bit of coin. For this turn, we might as well deploy to give us a little bit of cash in Middle Gondor. Barra here, you are deployed, perfect, excellent. So you're giving us a little bit of cash injection, ideal. Faramir, you are on your way back to Kerandros. So on you go, sir. Thank you. And we're still 1 turn away from completing the. We'll get Elling Knights if we increase that. We're 1 turn away from getting the tier 3 infantry barracks, which is ideal. So we should. So we cannot recruit them. During the Beacons of Gondor recruitment event, is there anything about the script? Maybe I'm missing something. I'm sure someone will tell us in the YouTube comments what I'm missing. I must be missing something. in regards to the Rohirrim and why we can't recruit them. But anyway, Mornomar, perfect. We can get a spy here now, or a ranger, and they're all pretty much the same. So let's get Elred. Perfect. And then next turn, Elred, you will move out towards Mordor. Perfect. Let's just double check this. Because it's number of available Fiefdom units. Recruitment cost means 6% for all Fiefdom units. Okay, that's good. So I must be missing something. I'm not sure again you guys will be able to tell me. Unless that's not working. But never mind. Okay. So we've got 9,764 in gold, which is lovely. We did build could get the next level of Terrify here. We did build a centre somewhere, which I'm trying to find. Can't remember. Yeah, it was inland here. So what were we going to do with this? Was corruption? Yes, it was. It was going to be a hall. Perfect. I knew I'd figure it out. Imrahil, since this Corsair army is doing nothing, shall we? And we are waiting for Dol Amroth to be rebuilt. So, shall we start moving you this way? It's going to lower the control somewhat. That's okay. But next, and within 2 turns we should be able to get some more Fiefdom units from Dol Amroth, which will be pretty nice. And then we'll move up towards Mornomar, where we can get some units from Calianbel and also from Erech. And we are waiting for the population surplus here, so that we can get the Stone of Erech, which allows us, if we go to the Wonders, if we get the Stone of Erech, it will allow us to get Keepers of the Stone, which won't show us. Oh, it did. Never mind. But yeah, we are working towards that population surplus in Erech, so we can do that. But in the meantime, let's get that to the next level, please. And I don't think there's anything else we can do for the rest of the turn. So that's A-okay. Should we get Faramir some more units for now? Get a Pelargir Marine, and let's get a probably want to get another bow unit. So we've got to, yeah, let's get another bow unit, even though they're not great. They'll do a job for now. So let's get them. Okay, let's do a quick save. Go to turn 34. Some more Duran sallying out, that's okay. Units recruited, we've got some Pelargir Marines and the Gondor trained Bow Militia. We've got the Bakery in Erech, the second level of recruitment in Lynn here, which is now going to become the archery, the archery range. Minas Tirith, we've got the third tier of infantry barracks. Calianbel, we have got the centre, and we've got a forge in Dol Amroth. Perfect. Okay, cool. So, if we come down to Pelargir now, not Pelargir, Lynn here. Why did I do that? Now that I'm thinking about it, why did I do that? I don't know. Stupid. Never mind. But Anyway, probably want to get the archery range, because I would have liked, although I would have liked to have done that here, because then it's not too far, but it's fine. We could maybe just save that for the cavalry, because I'm assuming we can get Knights of the Silver Swan by getting that to tier, so maybe make that our cavalry base actually, and then we'll wait for archery here. Okay, cool. Emer Hill, you guys can all get an upgrade. Excellent. Any new mercs? We can get these Anglin warders, which we probably will do before we continue to move north. And next turn we'll be able to see what these. So is this still Belfast? Yeah, still Dawnless. Still Dawnless, okay. Do you include Dawnless? You don't. Okay, cool. Right, if you just move up here then, Emer Hill. And we'll pick up the mercs and then we'll move over. We'll move here and we'll move here. So if you do this, you can do that. So we could fill up a pretty decent army. Excellent. So next turn we will get those tier 2s. These next level of fiefdom recruitments from Dawnless. Hador, let's move you into here, into Belfast. You won't be able to deploy this turn, but next turn you'll deploy. Perfect. This ranger, if you can come across, we can get some vision into Mordor. That would be ideal. And actually, let's get a second one. Let's go with Beragont, because I like that name. And then you are going to come up here. Beragont. So, Reds, you're coming through here. Nope, don't do that. You're just coming over this way. Beragont, you're going that way. And then the force that we build with Imrahil will go north, which I know doesn't make total sense. And I would like to explain my reasoning. Once King Elisar arrives, I would like him to be the commanding force of the army that goes towards the Corsairs into the havens of Umbar and Tihrat. Purely from a role playing and lore perspective, I think that makes a hell of a lot of sense. So now we can get the tier 3 units, which I'm delighted with, because as we've seen in that battle we had with using Boromir at Minas Morgul, we just never quite had the firepower from a strength point of view when it came to their tier 2 and tier 3 units. So we can sprinkle in some tier 3 units in here. I think we'll be in a hell of a lot better place. So let us get the 2 of these, and let's get 2 of these, and that will take us to 17. We will then come across here so we can get any more nice little mercs, and then I think we'll be vibing, we're ready to go. Next turn, Imrahil, you're going to get the units there, so that's fine. Lord Gallon, can we build anything interesting here? No. In Western Gondor, not really. Erek, we're just waiting for that growth to come. I was wanting to get a archives here, I think. Yeah, because it's kind of the cultural buildings here, yeah, so I was wanting to get an archives in Lamadon, so let's do that. Tarnos, nothing here. Arthurdern, nothing we can get there. Okay, Minas Tirith. Again, on scale if we could upgrade that, but at some point we will just get rid of that because we probably don't need it necessarily. So a little game save and let's end the turn. So in Osgiliath, Minas Tirith, we are waiting for that. So we're about 2 turns away from getting the next population surplus in Anorian, at which point we will get the next level of we'll get the next we will get the speak words, Kieran. We will get the building tree necessary to get onagers, trebuchets, all that good stuff. Wow, that was difficult. Huron, you've got a level up, so let's come to the Lamroth. Let's view governor details, we can get a follower. Let us get stonemason. Got our units for Boromir's army. Got the hereditary tradesmanship, which gives us plus 5% wealth from commercial buildings. And move on to crop rotation, which will be really important. And in Dol Amroth we've got the next level here, which is wonderful. As the capital of the Fiefdom of Belfast, it serves as the seat of power for the princes of Dol Amroth, home to the renowned Swan Knights. Dol Amroth is both a cultural and military hub, prepared to aid Gondor in its coming strife. Well, that was terrible. So the next level of that looks pretty cool as well. But let's see what can we get now. Interesting. So it's mainly tier 2s, and we can, I know these are upgraded, but we can probably get rid of these now. But it's, for the moment, it's okay. Alrighty then, let's get a couple of these units. Got 2 of those. What are they? Dor in Erniel Footman. Let us get to the Prince's Regulars. Prince's Coastguard, let's get 2 of them. Tall Fenas Maras, let's get 2 of them, why not? We could probably get rid of those Belfast Seamen, because we've got a better Javelin unit here. And the Marines of Mefrast. And we get Squires of Tirith Farron, which are a cavalry unit. Excellent, let's get them. Go take 3. Do we want to wait 3 turns? Should we, in fact, just for fun actually, let's get Let's get the Squires of Taran Farron. Spear cavalry, heavy shot cavalry, and just melee cavalry. Okay. Do we want skirmisher cavalry? We can get some horse archers, but I don't think they're necessarily that interesting. Prince's Coastguard, they seem pretty cool. We could probably do just get rid of these tier 1s. Let's do that. Let's just disband them. Saves a little bit of cash in terms of upkeep, and then we'll get these Prince's Coastguard and shall we get some of these Prince's Regulars? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And we'll get these Angland Warders before we move off into Western Gondor. Okay. So we're going to pick up a bit of a Fiefdom army as we go round. Okay, still got plenty of cash left. In here, I'm not really interested in upgrading that as yet, so we'll probably keep this for the cavalry. And Perlar Gear will be where we'll get the archers. It's just a bit too far away. Cavalry I'm not really too concerned about, it's more archers I'd quite like, and that's just a bit too far I think. So I'm assuming that's, yeah, we don't want to have to go way through Lebanon to do that. Okay. So that's fine. Next turn we'll be able to get that. 2 turns we'll get the onagers, that's what I'm kind of waiting for. Faramir's building up a little force, that's great. I'll probably want to get another spearman unit in here. And we'll get 2 of those as well. Okay. And then we can build elsewhere. it's mainly the towns we can upgrade now. We're kind of at that point now where it's mainly just the towns, which is fine. Let's upgrade Longallon. Okay, and that's our money for the turn. Okay, cool. Quick save, end the turn. So as it is Valentine's weekend, I thought I would briefly regale you of their offers peace treaty. Can we get some money? How much money you got? Doesn't really tell you. Can we get a trade agreement? No. Can we get yeah, sure, why not? Okay. I thought I would briefly touch upon the kind of story of Arwen. We've got all those units recruited. Perfect. The story of Aragorn and Arwen. Of course, our king will return shortly, I hope. But just very quickly, so Aragorn, of course, grew up in cool. Aragorn, of course, grew up in Ladris, and we spoke about it in the last stream. These are all tier 1s, we probably want to wait for Longallon to be upgraded to come back. Okay, cool. That's fine. I thought there would have been some better. Oh, this doesn't provide units, does it? Yeah, it doesn't provide any recruitment units, that's fine. Aragorn obviously grew up, and if we can, let's go to Mornmore. Aragorn also grew up in Ladris, and oh, they look pretty cool. And as far as I'm aware, it doesn't actually probably meet Arwen in the first 20 years of his life. And if I remember correctly, and again people can tell me I'm wrong, their love kind of blossomed in Lothlorien, of all places. Now Lothlorien's interesting because Lothlorien is of course the home of the Lady Galadriel, and Lord Celeborn, but also what I think is probably even more interesting is that where Aragorn and Arwen essentially become betrothed is Cerin Amroth. And Cerin Amroth is of course named after an old king of elves called Amroth, and ultimately that's where Arwen goes to essentially release her soul when she finally dies. So there you go, Valentine's story, told poorly, but interesting nonetheless. I would talk about Beren and Luthien, but I have not got I just don't have the knowledge to do that story justice. Probably like I've just done Aragorn and Arwen, to be honest, but that's what it is. Anyway, back to the game now. I've done enough kind of nonsense talk. So we are now into Lamadon, and again we are building this construct army, and it's going to be quite heavy in tier 2s and tier 3s, so we probably do need to be a bit careful. Is there any... wow, oh, we can get... what are these? What are those? Keepers of the Stone, yeah, we definitely want to get the Stone of Wreck, that is for sure. There was flowers on the shield, okay. Alright, well we're definitely going to want to get these guys because they look insane. What's the excellent melee defense, excellent melee attack, average armor? They don't look average armor. They've got basically unbreakable morale, full health, good speeds, melee defense 60, 43 melee attack. Yeah, they're good. If anyone can fill me in on the story here, is it just because this is, I know in Dak this is a heavy mining area, so I don't know if that's maybe why there's dwarves here. Again, excuse my ignorance, I'm not entirely familiar. But I would like to get some of those, but we won't get the mercs until we're leaving the area, just to save on the upkeep. So we do need archers, so we'll get 2 of these armoured archers. Yeah, they're not great, they've got 200 range, 60 ammunition. Yeah, okay, cool. Nothing too great there. Let's get one of these. I think that will do us for Lamadon then. Okay, cool. How long have we got on this? 5 turns. Alright, so we probably want to get to back to middle Gondor. And there's nothing great, to be honest. I never actually checked. Oh, I did check here. It's not. They're not great, are they? Anyway, okay. Right. So let us got back a bit of cash. I've not even started with the navy yet. Yeah, you come here, please, mate. Excellent. Can't really see anything being mustered at the moment. So now get a vision into there. You're still deployed there, great. If you could now, so we're at 6,646. If we deploy in Belfast, we got to 6739, so it's not a massive amount, but once we start getting followers and things, we'll be in a fairly good place. Alright. Not too sure what else I want to build, to be honest. Yeah, next turn we'll have that, so that's fine. Oh, there were 2 turns away. That's annoying. Do we just start putting our money into upgrading these small towns and things then? Alrighty, let us go to turn 37. And that ranger goes north for us. Lovely stuff. Ah, now they've moved. I guarantee you now that Isengard and Anduin Vale, that's interesting. How's that then? Why? I don't understand. In here we get the hall. Excellent. Great, that'll bring down corruption. Okay. Yeah, I said I would do those. We are running out of cash a little bit. We've got the archives in Callum. Excellent. That'll speed up our in seasonal conditions. That'll speed up our. And you've ranked up already. Excellent. That'll speed up our focus rate when it comes to development, which is great. Admin, let's do that. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, that Isengard and the Vale one's bizarre. Bizarre. What about up here a little bit? So we have an army mustering here. Can you see they can make it Marasmo go one turn? Although I've got a feeling this army should be good enough. We said that last time. We've heavily improved it, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Okay, we've still got a little bit of cash. Great. Next turn here, in Rahil you should be able to recruit something decent, so that's fine. Yeah, so we're going to be able to get some Blackroot Vale Forest Prowlers, Blackroot Vale Archers. Excellent. Okay, I imagine they're at least tier 2. They must be. Okay, excellent. And Lord Gallons there. Let's do that. And obviously we're saving the cash, but it's fine. We'll have money next turn. Okay, next turn on you come. Yeah, you just keep moving up there. Perfect. Yes, finally. Okay. Urban industry will allow us. Yep. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to get the urban industry and then the physicist. Perfect. Is there anything else here that we... No. Let's get the urban industry then. Ideal. Wreck, that's finished. Okay, let's have a look at these units that Imrahil can get then. See, they look cool. Mornings, Dark Water Watch, they sound cool. Blackroot Vale Archers, of course, a staple of DAC. So yeah, definitely want 2 of those. That'll probably do our archer contingent. Hellman Ravagers. I do need to be careful with the army composition. So I think that will probably do us for Lamadin. We'll get the 2 Merc units. That'll take us. We're going to get these keep the Keepers of Stone, and we'll get the Zigil Jabal Company. That'll take us to 14, and then we'll come to Lord Gallen. In fact, we'll go back to Delamra for training, and we'll go to Lord Gallen, and we should have a pretty beefy stack, which we can then take to deal with these disgusting, terrible, to be quite honest, wild men who, you know, as we can see, have very rudimentary armies. We should be able to run right through them, no problem. Okay, of course, because we are recruiting, we are losing cash, and we probably should be on the offensive now against Mordor. I just would like an Onager or something just to make these sieges a little bit easier. But the other thing we also have is, because we do have all these excess men, is we could start to populate these areas. But what I was going to say was, now that this Corsair army has decided to move, I have very little doubt that basically whatever was bugging, whatever the bug was, or whatever the holding in there was, is going to turn into an attack on us, which obviously I'm delighted with. But I don't think there's anything else I want to really build at this point. Next turn we'll be able to get more agricultural buildings, which will be nice. Yeah, all these does obviously just give us a little bit more money and dominance points. They don't give us anything to build, to be honest. I'm not really interested in that at the moment. But yeah, we don't really have much to build. So could get the next level at Mornomar, but it's not going to help with growth. Yeah, +2 growth actually, which in the grand scheme isn't a lot, but let's do it. Okay, cool. Ali. Not had much in the way of fighting yet. I hope he's not going to go and try and kill my agent. What would be ideal is if you came out in front. One of our own's been... Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Dickhead. So we've got the crop rotation, excellent. Hador has got another rank. You're just ranking up very nicely. Again, let's get Noble. Perfect. And then was it here we could recruit the spies? It was. Oh, Ellered, you're back from the dead. Terrible Raymond. Anyway, you're coming back, mate. Can we reach you? Issue is, do we get reinforced by the Minas Morgul garrison? And they've clearly upgraded that. And also the Kirith Ungol garrison. So yeah, even if we brought in Faramir, we would be in danger. So we now got crop rotation, excellent. So that means that we can now, in these areas, upgrade these, which is perfect. So first of all, let's get that one. And I've just built those everywhere, to be honest. I'm guessing in city, yeah, you can get the orchards and the cattle pens, but I don't know why you would waste those on cities, to be honest. So I'm sure someone will tell me different, to be honest, but you know, that's what it is. Okay, sorry. Units recruited, we've got Blackroot Vale Archers, Forest Prowlers, perfect. Minas Tirith, we've got one more turn for that, okay. Let's recruit you. I'm in the press, okay. Grand, and then if you come back to here, how much is this going to cost? 360. 360. Yeah, we don't have to do both of them. What about you guys? All 360. Okay, you're all going to get upgrades anyway, that's fine. Okay, let's save and go to the next turn. Now I think we're about 10 turns away from Aragorn. So Imrahil's finished his term of office. Oh, as High Commander. The wooden holes have been defiled. Damn. I'm imagining that's either here got like, oh, that's good for him. Urban Industries finished in Minas Tirith. Just want to get the physicist, that's fine. We've encountered the unlending tribes, yes, we will encounter them some more shortly. Because Imrahil is going to lead the men, this Fiefdom army north, which I'm really looking forward to using. It's annoying those Prince's Sergeants don't have the Dawnless background or Imrahil, but it's still awesome. How far away are we in Lond Gallon? It's 3 and 1 ton, okay. For the time being, I think that will help us with, yeah, upkeep. It will give us 300 extra upkeep for next turn. And it does also mean that we could get a these Zigil Jabal company. I've not played as a dwarves yet either, so I think that would be, I'd like to have them in the army. Still no idea why they're there, but you know, that's what it is. So in 3 turns we'll get that and then move out on Minas Morgul. Well, 4 turns because it'll take us a turn to get the Onagers, which is fine. So again, we're just going to the next turn. That spy makes his way back. Excellent. Getting there. Okay. Almost there. Okay. A light from the shadows, we are getting closer. The Warden of the House of Healing requests an audience, her pale face bowing low before the steward's seat. My liege, she begins, her voice trembling slightly. A strange rumour has taken roots in the city, spreading from the citadel to the lowest circles. A wounded ranger from the north, pierced by a poisoned orc arrow, claims he was found by this Aragorn, who laid his hands upon him and healed him of the ailment. Now the old widows tell again the ancient verse, the hands of the king are the hands of a healer, and so shall the rightful king be known. I would have dismissed it as folly, my lord, but there are many in my care now, men wasting away with black shadows and fevers for which we have no cure. The whispers give them hope. We can have stopped the rumours and be selfish, or we can show him the wounded. Let's show them the wounded. Barra here, you've got your next level. Again, a lot of the followers you're getting now aren't particularly useful to. It's all to do with being able to do actions, so that's fine. That's okay. Righty, so after Derm we want to get you, the sheep pens. I guess we don't have any money to do anything else of note. No. Okay. So we'll save the money. I don't want to recruit any more units in here just now. Could move Boromir here to see if there's any more mercs we can get. So let's just do that quickly. Oh, we can get some of these Polax patrons. I would like to get some of these Flornies of Milui. That would be nice. Well, we can't get another unit of these Aphelion refugee archers. So, tell you what, goodbye. Get you, and get you. It's going to be some heavy upkeep. But I'm fine with it. And then Boromir, if you can come back, we've got 2 spaces left, and those 2 spaces will be filled by onagers. In that case, let's kind of get rid of some of these because we don't really need them. 385, 389, it says about 400 gold. That'll be enough to hold Caer Andros. Once we know that Minas Morgul's ours, we can think about moving Faramir out. And to be honest, I'm going to try, when these units get depleted, I'm going to try and move these into here because they're a bit of a waste, and I'd much rather use tier 1s to repopulate Henifenun and Eminana, to be honest. So that's absolutely fine. Okay. So, I don't really want to move you too far because I want to move from here to here to get the armour upgrades before we go towards the Wildman. So actually, if you just stay there for 2 more turns. Yeah, 2 more turns, and then we can move you out. Okay, perfect. So let's save. Go to turn 42. I know we're flying through the turns in this stream, but I don't really want to waste too much time. Aha. So you're taking the gambit to go to Caer Andros. A light from the shadows. The Shear's face is as carved in stone, and his wrathful gaze pierces the healer's heart. She dares not finish the request, for she rightfully fears the response. Yet, as she removes herself from the citadel, the voices of the dying haunt her thoughts, and she regains resolve. Whether Shear wills it or not, she will grant Aragorn entry. When whispers later reach the White Tower that the Ranger has been seen within the House of Healing, a fit of wrath seizes the steward. He beholds the city slipping out of his grasp as authority overruled by folk tales and superstition, even in this darkest hour. What once was tempered distrust now grows beyond reason, and his counsellors can but watch the steward's descent into madness. So -3 control for all forces, -3 morale, and -3 control for all provinces. That's fine, we'll be able to get away with that. Now the question is, do we go out and take this out in the field before it even makes it to Caer Andros? And I think the question is yes. And we can see how all these different units get on. But before we do that, we can get the sheep pens in Caer Andros. So we'll come back to that in a minute. Dwayne here has got a new follower, and he is here. Yep. Yeah, I think we were going to get Fief Lord, weren't we? Yeah, let's get Fief Lord. Perfect. Small town construction in Mornimer. Very nice. Okay. Next turn, Lord Gallon, you'll be ready. Pardon me. So with that being said, Boromir, let us ride out Okay, got a little bit of lag. So don't really want to be fighting at night against orcs because I believe they get a buff. So we have 18 units against, which was essentially 18 units. 7, 14, 19. Yeah, and we have, yeah, we've got 7, 14, 18. So fairly even in that regard, but I think we far outshine them in terms of quality. So let's get on to the battlefield. I had a few more sort of, there's a small stream window here. I had a few more kind of technical issues in this stream, so I'm hoping that now we move into our first battle it's not going to be too bad, but we will wait and see. But I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, these patrons of the poleaxe and these two-handed polearm guards, which look pretty cool. And there's nothing we should be overly scared of. We've got 2 warg units and a warg scout unit. We do only have 2 units of cavalry, but again, that's not the end of the world. I must be missing something with the what do you call it? The Rohirrim script must be broken, but never mind. So I think for safety going forward, my archers aren't going to be in front. That's perfect, dry, excellent. My archers aren't going to be in front, just because I'm scarred now by the events of the last video. So let's get our. We want our shock infantry on the flanks, I think. So we have you in the middle like that. Plus 3 spear units on the side, and then we'll have the other 3 on the side. And this medium poleaxe unit let's have here naked aura, which is excellent. We'll have a quick look at them before the battle kicks off, and they can go into square, which is great because the bonus against cavalry. They can form pike wall, excellent. We'll have 1 cav unit here ready to ride out, and then another cav unit on this side ready to ride out. Just want you a little bit more like that. Boromir in the back. Archers form a nice long line. Can we get you loose? I'm still not familiar with everything I'm doing, to be honest. That's fine. Okay. Excellent. So before we get started, let's get a look at these poleaxe patrons. Yeah, they look great. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, cool. And then let's get a look at these long axes of the gentle hand. Yeah. Oh, their armor's sick. Okay, cool. Excellent. Right, let's do this. Let's see if they'll come to us. I don't know why these are totally different to the like the actual Filian refugees, but I don't know if it's, again, it could be any reason really. So we know the enemy is over here. I'm just going to give them the chance to move forward upon us before we move up. It's not a massive battlefield. It's not a lot of room. So So that being said, let's group up, let's move to here. That's not a stream, it's a road, okay. To use the trees as cover. Very smart, okay. I think this might be our first open field battle, other than the, of course, the disaster of Minas Morgul, of course. I'm just wanting to be quite careful, because they have got those trees there, and they are a big advantage, particularly against our archers, because we can't really see anything. Still not moving forward, okay. Edge it forward in. At least they don't have a trebuchet or a catapult. I know you can like drag formations forward, but I don't know what button it is. Keep moving. How far away? See, if they want to keep moving back and we can take advantage of this, then cool, but they're running out of space. Which is good for us because it means they've not got anywhere to hide. Well, they have, but they've got nowhere to go.
Revealed their deception. We're being ambushed. The enemy is attacking our general.
That's fine. Right, okay. Play. Attack.
Our hidden units have been revealed.
Attack. Cav, come and help out the Polax patrons, please. Shoot those Ward Riders. Shoot those servants. Shoot those Orc pigs. Right, shoot the War Sentries. Okay, crash into those. Boromir, give it a Horn of Gondor. Attack. Okay, cavalry doing alright. How many have we lost? 400. Yikes. Okay. Archers, stay where you are. Fire on those Warg sentries. Right, you quickly into a square. Cav out. Fire. Attack. Cavalry. Be prepared. You've got to come into these archers. Servants of the Eye. How we doing? Boromir, get into shield wall. Right here.
Have returned to the battle.
Finish off those work sentries for me. Stay there. Cavalry, be prepared, you're going to mop up. Stay, don't stop moving. Back. Right, and you go, Orc Archers. Should be a good match against Gazug. Gondor men at arms. Keep fighting. Yep, Cav, perfect. Right, long axes. You go over here.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
So I feel like you should be. Yeah, okay. Fire. Fire. If I lose this unit, I'm not going to be happy. They are shock infantry, to be fair. Right, pull out. Spearmen. Handle them. Get back there. Spearmen go over here. Cavalry. Get after those Mogul Raiders, please. Cav. Help, make sure they break, make sure he dies. Archers, what are you doing? Just get after them.
Broken and running for their lives.
Screw them. Yeah, I'll not handle this one particularly well either.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
Can we?
Enemy
Yeah,
general
we won,
is God's
but
good. We are moments away
at what
from
cost? Get after them. Yeah, just make sure you get that part pick unit, that's fine. After them. Okay, horses. Horses, cavalry. Go after them. We've got here 3, that's fine. The army should be pretty much wiped. But a lot of losses. A lot of losses. I just need to be more. I think I just need to learn a whole lot more about the where the benefits for particular units comes. Those archers are probably get rid of. Can reach them before they make it. So we need just one I just wanted them to make it over the line and they're gone. No. Come on. It's close, it's close. Come on. Catch them. And they're gone. Okay. Let's end the battle. Close victory. Yeah. Yeah, I need to work on it, to be honest. But it's okay. We move, take a quick drink. So, Boromir 18 captures, 256 for those Pelargir Marines. Overall, best unit there, 344 captures for our kills for the Anorian Patrollers, 217 for the Aphelion Refugee Archers, 136. So our Pole Turners and the Gentle Hand Axemen probably could have got a little more out of them, but if they were swapped around, I think they'd have done a lot better against that General Cav, to be honest. So maybe the next battle in the field will try something a little bit different when it comes to that front line of spears. But it's okay. It's okay, it's alright. Yeah, quite a few of those wargs escaped, so we're not going to have wiped out the whipped ones, but it's fine. Move to the next one, take another drink. Realise the camera was off. If I said a move, that probably would have been like that for the whole rest of the stream, to be honest, I hadn't recognised that. 11% replenishment. Yeah, we will take that. I guess about 100 men back. In fact, let's get rid of you. And let's auto resolve. Just to get rid of that army. Lost 19. Perfect. Let's just take the money. And you can make it to Skilliv comfortably. And look at that. Look at that replenishment. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. And Boromir, you can get another follower. Probably want to go for another hunter just to get that next upkeep. That saves us quite a bit of cash actually. Wonderful. Okay. Next turn, Long Gallant. Yeah, next turn. Trait gain Orcs Bane, +2 command, +2 morale against Orcs. That's perfect. Ideal. Excellent. Okay. Let's save. And let's go to turn 43 then. Got another army on its way out, but that's fine. Ah, Corsairs, lovely. And they're at war for Gondor. Good. So they're taking them army, which is fine, because that saves us having to resell it, which I'm really pleased with. Agent exposed, Elred, that's fine. Corsairs for Gondor are at war. Excellent. Sheep pens and Arthrodern, Physicist in Minas Tirith, and Annuland has been upgraded. Got unseasonal conditions in western Gondor, we've got the professional food storage, which will allow us to upgrade all of our trades, buildings, perfect. And we now move on to regional development projects. Wonderful. Denethor's got a rank, excellent. Where are we? Governor details. Probably want to... The sailor's no use to him. Hunter's not really any use on food. Fletcher plus 5 wealth from industrial buildings, that could be quite useful. But in the meantime, let's go for Scholar to give us plus 3% in that development. And it all counts. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, so also we want to get trebuchets at some point, but for now, let's get Boromir some onagers. Okay. And probably want to get another swordsman unit. Okay, cool. Wonderful. Hador's also got a unit at a level. And I think, yeah, none of these are particularly useful now. So let's just get Prudence. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Imrahil, if you can come here, my friends. What can we get here now? So we can get some tier 2 light shock infantry. Excellent. We can get some garrison of Anulond, which is a heavy axe infantry. Some Eros sergeants who are also heavy axe infantry, so we get one of each of those. Trained axe band, yeah, I'm not really interested. Left Nui fishermen, yeah, again not particularly interested. Amphalas pikemen, they might be fun. We've got enough archers. Oh, we can get some crossbows. Okay. Just for the sake of it, just for a little bit of diversity, let's get them, and I think that's us for archers. We won't need any more. We've got some javelins as well. Yeah. We can get Anulons. So what are those ones? Are they just the same? I've just moved over, haven't I? Yeah, they are. They're annual crossbows. Okay. So we've got one of the Anulon units. Let's get some of the Amphalas units. Pikeman unit. That could be quite useful. Let's do that. And then we get one of... I don't really want them. These don't sound very cool. Say cool, interesting, or fun. Some Erin in Uenhof foresters. Okay, that'll take Imrahil up to 16. Okay. We are losing control there. That's alright though. But what we can do is we can upgrade all these now. So if we start here in western Gondor, upgrade the hunting lodges. Calumville, we're still waiting on the regional development project, that's fine. Effring we can upgrade to a vineyard, excellent. There's nothing to upgrade down here. Lynn here we can get nothing. Pelargir can't get anything. I thought we had more places for that sort of thing, but clearly not. Okay, cool. Alright. Oh, we didn't check the mercs here, did we? Okay. So a couple of tier 4 units. How much just go? Plenty of spaces. Tier 3 slinger. Again, these could be fun. Ooh, Fiefdoms Arbalasters. Very light crossbow unit. Interesting. So we don't really need any more sort of archers. We do generally need these heavier units. Because we've got enough cav, I think. With Imrahil and these, you know, the squires of Tirith and the Prince's Sergeants, I think we've got enough. We're going to have 5 kind of archer-based units. We've got some pole arms, some spear infantry. So yeah, it's really, you know, light melee infantry, shock infantry, heavy shock infantry. I think from that perspective that will be us, and it might be fun just to get some of those stone skippers. But we'll wait and see. But in that regard, I think that's us done for this turn again. I don't want to spend the cash when it's not totally necessary. Yeah, if you're going to go to Gerandros, fella, you batter on, mate. I'm not. I am not bothered one bit. If you can stay here, just a bit safer being in this contested land rather than there, I think. We have got our ranger up here. Maybe we don't need to do that. Yeah, I think we skip to the next turn. But again, we're battering through these turns. But that's okay. Yeah, you're exposed. That's fine. We've got all these units recruited. So with that, I think one more turn, 2 more turns max, and the skeleton will be replenished, and then we can strike out against Minas Morgul again. Hopefully this time will be a different story. And with that, Imrahil, if you can get these Cum Arale Barrow Guard, the Hammers of Lunkirion, and the Caln Haros Defenders, I think we're in a good spot with that then. Ideally I think we just get one more sort of sword based infantry, which yeah, we can't recruit any of them here. It would be nice to get some of these Avarim Sea Warriors. But you and you need to be upgraded. It's quite spenny, but that's okay. So shall we add some of these door and Airnail footmen? Yeah, let's why not? Okay. Right, next turn you will go into forced march and you will get to Pukelman Dwelling. Don't know how long it's going to take you, but that's where you are headed, Imrahil. Now you could say, well, why don't you just go south? The Druidine and stuff aren't bothering you. But as you can see, Dunland are now on our doorstep, and actually Rohan is getting a bit of a doing, to be honest. So I think it's within my best interest to go north and try and get rid of them, to be honest. And a lot of these kind of seaside towns have been upgraded. Londrivalis is probably the only one we want to maybe focus on. Lynn here, that hasn't actually been upgraded, so we do want to do that. But in the grand scheme of things, a lot of these kind of coastal towns and regions have been upgraded, so we're in an okay spot in that regard. So let's again end the turn, and obviously because we do have so many units on the field now. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. We've got a population surplus in Lebanon. Perfect. I wanted to get the recruitment cap here because I want to get the archery stuff. We can upgrade these. It's going to give us a little bit of extra cash. which is lovely. Sheep pens, the Doran in the footman, and Huron has got another level up. So let's go for the Fief Lord. Great, that gives us a bit of extra cash. Okay, Imrahil. I know I just made this a big song and dance but going north. And I know my big plan was to head south. I feel a bit stuck because the Corsairs taking this is not ideal, and in fact if we go to diplomacy, Corsairs we can trade with the landings. Yeah, they're not going to do it. Never mind. Should we get a? Can we get an aggression pact? Okay, that's not far away. Trading. Would you trade? No. I do really want Aragon to lead the army south, and I would like to go to Rohan's aid. It's the issue. It's not an issue, Boromir can handle it. We do have this army here. Elred, let's get a little look-see. Fairly strong tier 3 army. I'm fairly certain that Faramir can handle it. He has 10 units plus the garrison, which appears to be 3, 6, 10 units as well. So we've got 20 units, and although we don't necessarily totally match them, I think we should be okay. So I'm not concerned about this Mordor army. I'm not overly concerned about the Corsairs, because even Osgiliath has a decent garrison now. It's got 5, 9, 10 units. I would like to go and take this, just to dispel a little bit of just to be a little bit proactive, you know. Do have onagers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 17 units. It's now the time. It has to be, right? Ideally I would wait another turn just to get this replenishment. So we can handle this as all tier 1, tier 2 trash. I'm not interested. Okay. Although it's a 20 unit stack. It would just be us throwing ourselves at that and missing. You know, that's the issue. We don't, at this time in the game state, I don't think we have the time to rebuild in a way that will be fruitful for us, which is my concern. In that vein, however, Imrahil, you will go north. Decisions made. Whether it's the right decision or not, time will only tell. Okay, and Boromir, we could wait a turn. Can't see anything in here. That'll get us, how far will that get us? 16 more men. 29 more men. 29, 29. Let's wait one more turn. And let's see what they're doing, because I've got a feeling they're going to go and take that, which is good for us. So let's hope that my plan has worked. Yeah, there's nothing overly scary in here, so that's absolutely fine, and it should be a more traditional battle map than Osgiliath, which in theory should be easier to defend. So we've of course got our upgraded units, we've got some mounted axes, we've got some of these Dindal's Watchmen, which are skirmishers, we've got the Filian Rangers, we've got a few tier 2s and tier 3s, plus Faramir, and again we've got even more tier 2s and tier 3s and the garrison, so I'm quite hopeful. Quite similar numbers, you know, we've got 2,830, they've got 2,992. Xenophon, yeah, he is, he's mounted, okay. And then they've got 2 horse archer units, a warg sentry unit. Okay, let's do this, let's get on to the battlefields. Now Kerandros is an interesting settlement in many ways, in that in Dak it's incredibly easy to defend, but it's also not somewhere that's touched upon really in the books, sorry, not the books, the films. And prior, again, correct me if I'm wrong, comments, but prior to the battle at the Black Gate, the last stand of the West, against Mordor during the kind of final days of the War of the Ring, on the way to the Black Gate, Aragorn led that force through Kerandros and retook it from the enemy. And it's not something we see in the film. Again, there's so many things in the films that are missing that I think would be incredibly interesting to see on the film. But you know, Peter Jackson has been on record to say that, you know, there is no way that he could get absolutely everything from the books into the films, more from an actual sort of storyline perspective than anything else, because not everything that's in the books necessarily makes sense in on film, you know, which I think is a shame really, because there is so many things in the books that are really, really interesting. They just couldn't or wouldn't do really. Anyway, never mind. So we are here at Kerandros. It's our first defence. I think it's our second time of seeing Faramir, and our enemy is here. What would appear to be our southeast of the map, and it's going to be quite interesting to defend this, because I imagine there is only 3 entry points to the centre of the city, and I would imagine that they will focus all of their units through here and through here, which for us is quite good, because we can use this to our advantage. I don't want to block this, because ideally if they are going to come into the city, they'll come out. I want them to come this way, and filter around here, and then here and filter around here. Because I don't really want them going around this way, because if we can get them to go through here, if I pop the skirmishers for example on here, and we'll have a look at these units, we've not seen them yet, then they can just fire their javelins down, and it's nice, and it'll be a nice little kind of place to shoot them at. So I'm going to place the barricade here. It might not make much sense, but place it here because I don't want them coming around this way, and if they do, I want to be prepared for that, and having the barrier here means that it's going to take them longer to break it down, and it gives us more time to pull our forces away from these two choke points into this choke point at the bottom. So that's fine. The javelins are going to sit there. Our Arthurian Rangers I would like to be placed here because they're our best archer unit. I would then like our Gondor bowmen. That's not going to work. That's certainly not going to work. Would it make any difference if I placed... See, I don't feel that's very effective. And I don't think it's very effective putting them there either. They actually might be better there. That's okay. Alright. And then Faramir, I would like you to stand here. Just give aura to everyone. And then we can just place the rest of our archers. So we have those there, the Arthurian Rangers, and then we have... You can move around just a tad. You should now... Move around just a little bit more then. Yeah, cool, you can all fit. Okay, ideal. And then if we have a unit here, and if we have that unit there, you should be able to fire here, so that's fine. We should have that whole range. We do. Excellent. Okay. Pardon me. Faramir, you can fire. In fact, if you stand here. In fact, stand. No, in fact, if you stand here, yeah, you should be able to then fire down here. Okay, excellent. Alrighty, same as us Gilead, we want to try to utilise the garrison troops as best we can. I probably don't want you guys there actually. In fact, you don't have any armour upgrades because you've not died yet. So let's in fact use one of our own troops and place them here. Place them into the spear wall. They will of course be backed up then by a sword unit. Take you out, put you there as a sword unit. Perfect. Okay, it's a nice beefy line. This entrance is a little bit more sketchy, if I'm being quite honest. Just purely because it's a bit wider, a bit bigger. Now we place you and you here. Excellent. Place you on the side. Excellent. Big spear wall. Shield wall even. So all the garrison units, so you're still there, so you can come here, and in fact, let's place you like that because we want you to make sure that if you're getting shot at, it's not getting shot at your back. Let's put these Pelargia Marines here because they can throw their peeler, and likewise if you come here you can throw your peeler, and then the remaining troops we can put over here just in case we do get attacked, and our cavalry can just sit at the back here. Okay. Yeah, I think we're ready. Let's do it. Let's get a look at these Fiefdom units then. So So these are the Dindal's Watchmen. Quite a Middle Ages Charlemagne Viking Norseman look, which is not necessarily something you would attribute to Gondor. But yeah, looks really cool. And then we have our mounted axes, which again looks pretty cool as well. Quite Rohirric, to be honest, which is quite cool. Oh yeah, I remember why I was facing it that way. Games wanting to play ball now.
It's an ambush!
Just get the cavalry out. Just going to need to run.
We've revealed their deception! Hidden troops!
Okay, we've killed about
Nothing remains
60.
of that town. The enemy is attacking our general! The enemy has discovered our hidden troops!
Okay, skirmishers, you should be throwing now. Oh, they're axe throwers. Okay, I like it. And if anything, I want you to throw at the general. Throw wargs in against our spearmen. That's absolutely fine. Right, Faramir, fire here. Archers, fire here. Archers, fire here. We have lost 4, we've killed over 200, excellent. Keep firing at the general. Keep firing on these Uruk archers, please. Filian Rangers, just keep firing. Yeah, fire on those Uruk archers, please. Gondor bowmen, fire on those Mordor warriors, please. In fact, focus on the pikes. How many kills have you got? 185. Excellent. Excellent. Wonderful. Faramir, what is you've got Valor of Hearts. Okay, let's use that. That gives plus 25% rate of fire, plus 20% speed, plus 35% accuracy, and minus 10% fatigue. Okay, excellent. Fire on those Haradrim horse archers. Are you finished? You are. Okay, pull back. You stay there. Excellent. Excellent. Wonderful. Just keep firing in there, please. Haradrim. Archers, you fire at those Haradrim as well. In fact, you've still got a good angle here, haven't you? Let's see. Yeah, still firing on these archers. That's fine. Okay, Filian Rangers, once you're ready, you will pull back. They've not attempted this yet. And probably for good reason. Okay, cavalry, come out this way for me, please. You going to mop up the routing units, and I would quite like if you could get somewhere we can hide you. If you just come here, yeah, and then here, come here, and then here. Excellent. Yes, I'm aware of the enemies at the walls. Okay, Flying Rangers, you move back. Ideal. You're almost out of ammunition, that's fine. Decent work done. Let's move you over now. Let's get a bit more straight on. Can you, like, throw your peeler, please? Yeah, they're coming here now. Okay, archers, get off the wall. Archers, you get off the wall as well. No use to anyone there. If I put you here, we fire. Put you here, we fire on them. Can you not do it because you're in formation? Yes, okay, that makes sense. Right, in that case, you come here. You come here. Let's very quickly. What had the mod? Right, okay, anyway. Keep firing those Zurich archers, please. Is the cavalry making it? They are, okay. Right, get after them. Bomb militia, keep going. Fire me, you're out of ammo, move back. Okay, we're doing. We've lost under 100, we've killed 1600. I'm not going to make those. Come over here now and hide in these trees, please. Stand there. Right, you're out of ammunition as well. Just get out of there. Pikes that could be very annoying, and we're out of arrows. Over here. Right, I want you to line up, and then we're going to charge these Uruk archers in the back. Excellent. Charge. Cavalry, go over here. Yes, success. And they should, yeah, they're wiping them out. Perfect. I'm well aware the battles are one of my favourites, and they're our favourites for a long time. Do not allow them to leave, just get after them. Okay. Cavalry, you line up. I want you to hit them. Are you handling that? Yep, okay, right. you want to run into those spears, be my guest, Wargs. Okay, cavalry. Charge. I do understand it's pikes, but they are wavering. Pikes are back up. Break. Yes. Wonderful. Charge, please. Run. The spearman unit's just doing work. 390 kills. We had any more breaking. Could you charge into the back of those, please? In fact, you stay here. You press the advantage. Press the advantage. Press the advantage. Amazing. Just hold on for a couple of seconds. We've made impact here with these archers. Still not lost any of these. Right, I want you to turn around, get out. There was a few moving backwards. Yeah, you can handle them. Go and grab them. Grand. Right, go over here and deal with these wave running / routing units. Soldiers, push forward, and the battle should be over. I'd like you to run, please. Get after them. Yep, perfect. Grab them, cavalry. Make sure you handle them, please. You can go over and deal with these. Run. Wonderful. How are we losing morale? Who are we taking fire from? Come on, quick. Right, go. Keep chasing. Cavalry chase. It's quite a big map, so we might actually make them. Run. Incredible. Yeah, he's done. They're done. They're done. Okay. How's the nearly got them. Come on, you can do it. Keep going. Yes, Cav, nice. Right, we want to get after that most immediate unit we can. Yeah, they're done. Okay, let's just speed this up ever so slightly. Perfect. That's okay. 6. Get after them. Go for it. Get after them. Did you make it? They must have got out. Shame. Okay, that should be a job well done. Ah, sugar. Ah, damn, right, okay. I'd have loved to get rid of those orc pikes. Absolutely decisive victory, 100%. We lost 178, which I am absolutely delighted with. They only got 114. It's this Warg Sentry unit that just made it out of the map there that's going to, I think, going to keep this army alive, which is annoying. This Spearman unit, man, what incredible, 466 kills. Just held the line incredibly well. 522 for them. I don't, that wasn't all necessarily kills. Probably more of a reasonable one would be this unit's 155. But absolutely delighted with that. Probably argue our best defence so far. Maybe not. I think maybe the third battle of Osgiliath might have been our best one. But not entirely sure, to be honest. But overall, delighted with that. So, if we could just get back onto the campaign map, and we'll see what the end turn has brought us. What else Mordor has decided to do if the Corsairs are feeling brave. Don't know why they would, but we will see. Can pull that back. But fantastic nonetheless. Yeah, we didn't quite destroy the army. Yeah, that Warg Sentry unit. Frustrating. It's all done by Farmir's army, to be honest. Probably didn't need the garrison, but even then, you never know. Absolutely will gain that money. So what are the Corsairs going to do? Yes, they are. Amazing. Delighted with that. Delighted. Okay. Faramir. Zimrathlon's dead. Good the bad has been conquered. Excellent. That gives us +2 morale and +1 control for 4 turns. Western Gondor has a population surplus, which allows us to build and Carterfroth and Anulund. Let's build an Anulund. Probably want to get a monument or fields. What's the goods? Or we can get our centre. Let's get a monument, because we'll get culture from that, we'll get a monument there. Excellent. Faramir get a rank. Perfect. We've got the Fletcher, which is grand, so we want to let's get the Hunter, -5% upkeep. Perfect. Probably want to go and deal with this army, so let's do that. Again, let's auto resolve, and we do have the range advantage. So let's, for protective stance, perfect. Lost 103. Oh, that's not ideal. Again, let's take the money, and then you can make it back to Kerandros. Perfect. And Kerandros, let's rebuild. Got the cash. Perfect. The Corsairs look what they're going to colonise, and the army's got an upgrade as well. Again, let's get the orcs one, which is +2 morale against orcs, melee attack and defence in Wasteland or Steppe, -20 attrition in the Wasteland, and -20 attrition damage from most perilous corners of Middle Earth. Excellent. Okay, grand. Okay, where else can we spend a little bit of cash? We want to upgrade that, so let's do that. And next turn we will have this, which means we can then turn our attention to probably to mercantile law, and then monumentality. I don't even know if that's a word. And then we'll go back probably to the military focus tree, which I think would be quite useful. Okay, perfect. And Imrahil, you're still moving. Gain any? Oops, we've got a full stack anyway, so it doesn't matter. Hello. So it's going to take a while, so keep going this way anyway. Please, Imrahil. Excellent. And then is there anything else we can build? I don't think so. So we're still making money despite having 2 full stacks, and still having 2 full stacks, Faramir's army, and a lot of construction things going on. So I'm going to do one more end turn. Wonder where they are going. Great, they've taken that. So that's a big plus, because it means we don't actually have to take these and colonise them, which means that when we do eventually strike out to Karas Affiliate and Eminarnan, we don't have to worry about doing that, which is lovely of the Corsairs to do for us. Got a population surplus in Lamadon. Excellent, we want to do that, and we want to get the Stone of the Wreck. Perfect. And that will allow us to get through to Rohan if necessary, through the paths of the dead without taking attrition, which is nice. The vineyard in Lynn here, got the recruitment camp in Pelargir, the hunting lodges in Carfarforth, we've got the regional development projects, and Pelargir we've got Glasgow, who has got an upgrade as well, so let's have a look. Let's do that. Fief Lord gives a little bit extra cash. Perfect. Let's go for the mercantile law. That allows us to get the next level of markets. And we've not got much money left to do anything. So, Imrahil, you're going to keep moving. Perfect. And in terms of buildings and things, that's pretty much it. I do probably want to upgrade Lynn here and these coastal settlements for as and when the Corsairs will eventually attack, which could be next turn. However, I believe it is now time to move out upon Minas Morgul. Let's just double check we don't have anything funny coming our way. We don't. That's fine. Let's siege Minas Morgul. And it will be quite an even battle, but that battle will start the next stream. So the next time we return to the Dawnless days in this Gondor campaign, it will be to siege Minas Morgul, and hopefully this time Boromir will take it without much incident. Thank you very much to everyone who's watched the stream, who's tuned in live, or to anyone who is watching the VOD back or is watching on YouTube. Please, as always, follow on Twitch, like and subscribe on YouTube, hit the notification button on both platforms, and please leave your comments. I'd really love to hear them, to read them. I'll hear them in my own voice. I won't try to mimic what I think your voices sound like. But in the meantime, my friends, take care, stay safe, and I will see you for the next one. Thank you.